Welcome to the Don't Get So Emotional podcast. I've been on holiday. I have. I went to Torquay, and this episode we're talking about the decay of the UK seaside. Discuss. So do you agree with me that seasides in the UK have gone downhill and a bit grim?
I, grew up in Southend.
Sorry about
So, I mean, I obviously escaped Southend and moved to Surrey.
Ooh.
So,
But but seasides have all. I mean, I found an old diary that I had when I was a kid in the 70s, and I used to go on holiday to Hastings, and I actually said in there that there was tacky shops, and I was 10 or something, and I was talking about it, and I do remember there used to be tacky shops, but it's on a different level now. I went to Torquay, which is the English Riviera. It's actually where 40 Towers was based. Do you know that?
no.
And just talk. I mean, because it wasn't actually filmed in Torquay, but it was based on a hotel called the Glen Eagles that John Cleese and the Monty Python team stayed in.
Right.
And it's now been knocked down, and I went there, and they've now built a care home on it, and I've got some footage that I'll drop in, and they've named it after Andrew Sachs, who was obviously
Manuel.
who was Manuel. But what I wanted to say is, and by the way, I was staying. Torquay's built on 7 hills, okay, and I think I was on the highest hill. So my accommodation was at the top of this hill. It was about half a mile from the beach, but it was like that. So I walked it once, and that was it. So my location was terrible, but I had to walk to the seafront, and I saw all the back streets, and it was just so grim. Graffiti everywhere, rubbish, boarded up shops, and it was just depressing. And yet other parts of the front were absolutely beautiful. And then I went along to another beach called Babacombe, and it had a lovely cliff railway line to take you up and down. And it was like being in the Mediterranean. It was absolutely beautiful. In fact, I'm going back to Babacombe. Not going back to Torquay, but there was a lot of homeless people. There was a lot of, everywhere you went, you could smell drugs in the air. And I spoke to 3 taxi drivers. My missus actually got quite annoyed that I kept asking, but I said, "Is it rough down here? What do you think?" And 2 of them said yes. 2 of them said yeah, and one just said it's no worse than anywhere else, which it probably isn't. But
I was literally about to say to you that seaside towns in this country are pretty renowned for being quite rough and run down.
I think everyone goes to the sea, don't they? Everyone goes to the sea.
Seafront pubs as well.
Yeah. Well, I went
Especially
in one pub, and
Southend.
it was when the football was on, and I didn't. And basically, we left before the football finished. And as we're walking back to our accommodation, we could just hear in the distance the police sirens going up and down the road. Oh, I got to tell you this as well. So on the first night, I went off, and I always like going off and doing a recce and finding out what's there, and going to these takeaways and getting the takeaway menus just in case you want to, ring out and get takeaway stuff. So I go in one, and I got a curry menu, and I went into another one and got a fish and chip menu. It's like a little parade of shops. And then I went into one, it's like all Oriental stuff. So I go in there, get a nice Chinese, menu. So I go in there, and it's like a front room, like someone's front room. So I sort of tapped on the side, and this lady came out, and she said, "Hi, how can I help you?" And I said, "Hi, yeah, do you have a menu?" And she looked at me, sort of went, "No." And I said, "Menu, what I can have?" I said, "So you do everything?" And she said, "Yeah, we do everything." I said, "Okay, all right, thank you very much." So I walk out. I thought that was weird, and I turn around. It was an Oriental massage parlor.
Oh, you!
It was a massage parlor. So I went into a massage parlor and asked them if they had a menu.
A happy ending? What's that?
I mean, I was just glad that I didn't say, "Do you do chop suey and chow mein?"
Chinese food.
Because
Oh my God! You went into a massage parlor thinking it was a Chinese
Takeaway. Yeah, I thought it was a really weird
takeaway.
takeaway. And I said, "Do you have a
Oh
menu?"
my God!
I know.
Do you have a menu?
Do you have a menu?
A happy ending.
Yeah, they'd be under sundries.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but so anyway, she gave me her card, and I've still got it somewhere. But yeah, that was what I did. Went into a massage parlor, Thai massage. I've never had a Thai massage. Have you?
No.
Oh, okay, that ended that one quickly. No, I've never done that. Never say never. But anyway, going back to the seaside, there was a sign that said they were rebuilding the front, and it was 2022. We are 2024, aren't we?
Yeah.
So like 2 years, I think this front's just been all built, and I don't know what they're doing. Someone said,
Well,
"Oh,
they built a lagoon in Southend.
a lagoon."
A lagoon, a man-made lagoon.
Okay.
That took a few years.
Have they got a pier at Southend?
Yeah, they got the longest pier in the world.
Have they?
Yeah.
Has it got
Literally the
arcade?
longest
Has it
pier.
got an arcade on it when you get the end, or is it just a?
No, there's nothing on it. So it's just you have to get a train. You can walk it, but they have a train on the pier, and at the end of it, there's not really anything. The only thing that they had on there for a while, it might still be there, is Jamie Oliver had a restaurant on the end of it.
Oh God!
Not a restaurant, like a cafe.
Oh, well, that's one reason not
And
to go
sometimes,
in my book.
sometimes they film there. But yeah, it's pretty boring. I mean, there is a theme park. One of the best free theme parks in the UK is Adventure Island at Southend.
Adventure Island.
Yeah, Adventure Island. It used to be called Peter Pan's, but now it's called Adventure Island. But yeah, the seafront is pretty rough. The pubs are rough. The area in general is rough. The arcades are rough. But yeah, it's. I actually went back there not too long ago with Carlene, and there was a little part of me that missed it.
Which part was that?
Yeah, boy, help me.
I did get something good. Look.
Yeah, where's mine?
Emotional clothing.
Nice.
Where's mine?
Well, unfortunately, it was quite expensive, but I will get them. I will get them, but there is a credit crisis, as you know, and but yeah, I got this. Yeah, it's actually the next town on from Torquay, and it's called Paynton, I believe.
Oh
and
yeah,
I went on a steam
got
train. They do what's
they got
called
red beaches.
yeah, we do like they do like a steam. So from Torquay, you get Paynton, you get a ferry across. Yeah, so that was a nice day out, going on the old steam train. And we had a cream tea. Now, look, can I ask you a question? Cream tea, do you put cream on the bottom or jam?
You're talking about scones.
Yeah, cream tea, the scone.
What order?
Yeah, what
I
order?
put things on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I put cream on one and jam on the other, then put them together.
No, that's not a thing. It's either you put jam on first and then the cream, or you put cream on first and then the jam. You don't just make a bloody Big Mac scone jam.
Well, that's
thing.
what I do.
Well, that's waste.
That's what I do.
That's just eating one. Whereas if you do it anyway, just to let you know, I did it cream first and jam on top, and I think that's right. But apparently, it's either the Cornish or someone else, Devon people. Oh, and I went past Stonehenge.
Yeah, that's on the M. Is it the M3?
Well, no, you go down the
Where
M3.
is it?
It's the age. I don't know what it is, but anyway, we drove past it and sang a bit of Spinal Tap as well. But yeah, that was quite exciting. Yeah, and by the way, I also had a traditional Cornish pasty, and it was diabolical. It was diabolical. And another thing that was diabolical, I just moan about my holiday here. Another thing that's diabolical, I had an Indian takeaway on the second or third night, and it was delicious. It was nice. So a couple of days later, I phoned up. I ordered the same thing, Exactly the same thing. Turned up, disgusting. Had to throw it in the bin. What's that all about? It was so bad.
I don't know. Maybe a different chef.
Different chef.
Maybe it
Absolutely.
was the same batch, but 3 days later.
No, but the sauce it was in was horrible. It was just not very nice.
Mm.
Yeah. Also, Torquay is famous for Agatha Christie as well. It's got a nice big wheel that you can go on. But I will say, everything is so expensive. Well, I
On
don't know.
average, when me, Carleen and her son go for dinner or lunch, on average we're spending 60, 70 quid.
Well, that's outrageous. I didn't know. We went for a meal actually. I'm not going to
Hey,
mention.
you'd spend 30 quid for a family of 4 in KFC.
No, you wouldn't. Not if I was buying. You
Yeah,
wouldn't.
you would.
Not if I was buying. I used to. This is true. When my kids were little, I used to buy a Happy Meal. And this
And
is me
share it
being a good
between them.
parent. No. I used to buy a Happy Meal and a cheeseburger, and they'd split the Happy Meal, and the other one would have the cheeseburger.
Seriously.
And then a Happy
Well,
Meal was $2.99, and the cheeseburger was about 90p. So it was like four quid. That's good. I don't think kids should be eating a Happy Meal on its own. I think they should share it.
well, it's not very big. It's one burger and a small chips. It's a tiny little burger and a small chips, and you were sharing that between 2 kids.
Yeah. Listen. You wait to get your kid, and then see if you start going out and splashing out and stuff. It's all about. Anyway, I like to, I don't like wasting money. It's, like yesterday,
Okay.
I had a very good lunch, which was a bag of chips, large chips, and a fish cake. And we had a bit of the fish cake each and shared the chips, and we were full. And it was fine. £7.40. There you go. I didn't have any whippy ice creams. I felt a bit let down, but I did have some nice dairy ice cream. Rum and raisin, pistachio, all that stuff. Love it. But are you going away this year?
Yeah, thankfully not in the UK.
Oh,
I'm going to Mallorca in literally a few weeks,
Literally?
and then in August I'm going to Corfu. So,
okay. Well, you're obviously better off than I am.
well, we'll see how long that lasts because I'm having a baby. So,
Oh, okay. Well, and it's a gender reveal today, is it?
yeah, we already know, but the rest of the family don't.
Oh, so what do you do? Is it like pop a balloon and it's the colour of the balloon or
Yeah.
something? Okay.
Although we've left the balloon in the car because we thought there's no point bringing it in because we're just going to the reveal tomorrow or today. So we've left it in the car, and I've looked out the window and I can't see it in the car. So I'm worried that it's exploded in the car.
Okay. Well, best of luck with it. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode. Don't get so emotional. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. We've got lots and lots of content that you're going to enjoy if you've liked this episode. Just dip in and check some of the episodes, see what you think. And we'll catch you next time. Yeah, Tom?
Yep.
We'll catch you next time